Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another MAMG Let's Play of Sweet Fuse at your side. When we left off, we had another fun game to play. Oh, it was so cute to see everybody all dressed up in the costumes. But anyways, we were able to clear the stage, but we weren't able to answer Hogstein's question of who or what he is. So because of that, there's another day worth of games that we need to do. There is going to be a 7th day, and that's exactly why I decided to go ahead and hold off on finishing Shido's route, because I had no idea if it was going to be something we could breeze through like we did with the music segments, or if it was going to take any longer. So now we're all met up in the restaurant area, yeah, and we're about to go ahead and get ready to go back to the hotel, I believe. We headed back to the restaurant to get some takeout for dinner. Once we got our dinner, we sat at the big table until the hotel arrived. Gosh, everybody looks really tired. Mitarashi was sprawled across the table, like on top of it, snoring. I glanced over at Subaru. He must have been looking over too, because our eyes met. Whoa, I didn't expect that. I tried to think why he might be looking at me, but with my eyes locked on his, I found I couldn't think clearly about much other than them. Suddenly, I felt a powerful urge to talk to him about anything. What had happened at the park, each other, the weather. But what could I say? I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. You're looking really weird right now. I'm sure she's like... Besides, everyone else is here right now. We're just gonna grunt to each other, apparently. With no other explanation, Subaru stood up and left the restaurant. I stood up quietly and followed him out. Perhaps it was because they were all tired, but nobody said anything as I left the restaurant. Okay, so we're gonna have some alone time, I guess? The night breezes felt cool and relaxing, and I followed Subaru outside. Oh man, I hope he didn't just want to be outside by himself. He didn't tell me to go back though, so I figured I was okay. We walked in silence for a while, and even though we weren't talking, it felt nice. Is it me or is there more typos in this section right now? Even through? Okay, whatever, maybe I just like hanging out with him. It sure is. Oh, right. I jumped a little when he finally spoke.
今日のアトラクションでもうダメだと諦めかけた時、心の底から怖いと思った。刑事をやる中で危険な目にもあったし、死にそうな瞬間だってあった。それでも今までこれほど怖いと思ったことはなかった。
Because you weren't alone.
そうだ。仲間を失うことを、いや、お前を失うことを怖いと思った。
Aww, are we about to have our kiss moment? Subaru?
自分でも気づかないうちに、仲間として以上に、お前のことが大事になっていたのかもしれない。
That's right, we have that effect on the gentleman here. Oh my gosh, my heart is beating so fast. Why am I so excited? He smiled.
最終日のゲームは、おそらく最も過酷なものになるだろう。
Yep. It's the Coliseum, I think.
俺の命に変えても、お前を守る。
What should I do? I have to say something. Probably thank you. I would assume thank you. But, I guess we'll find out. Sometimes I pick the wrong options, but I think thank you is good. Thank you. I should just be honest, right?
いや、これは俺自身の決意だ。礼はいらない。ただお前を守りたい。
Oh, okay. Everybody's always worrying about protecting me, but I want to keep them safe too. Nothing. Alright. See, I picked the wrong one. Why would you say thank you? I don't understand why you say you wouldn't have to do that. That seems weird to me. Don't say that. Here we go. Don't say even if it means my life. Oh, really? That's where we're going with this? I don't want you to die. For a long moment, we were both silent.
そうか。そうだな。
There we go. That's what I was supposed to do. He nodded.
誓うよ。俺は死なない。必ずお前
That's
と
a
一
much
緒に
better
生き
outcome,
残る。
actually.
だから何があっても俺を信じてついてきてくれないか。
Okay. Sounds good to me. He looks straight into my eyes. Oh man, I can't look away when he does that.
サキ
His face was close to mine now. Really close. Is it gonna happen? Oh, he even took off his sunglasses for the kiss. His lips pressed softly against mine. I closed my eyes. That's it. You guys share a passionate kiss, and then he's like, well, it's time to go. Right. With that, we turned around and walked back the way we'd come. Okay, I'm sure the other option didn't change too much. I know there's some dialogue that didn't overlap, but yeah. Is this the same? Nope. When I got back to my room, I yawned and stretched. Tomorrow's the last day. We're almost there. It had been a long, difficult week, but we pulled together and done what had to be done. Without Subaru, though, we'd really have been in trouble. I knew I needed to rest, but excitement of knowing that we were almost done kept me wide awake. A walk might help calm me down. Oh, we're gonna run into him again then. Okay. I wonder if everyone else has gone to bed already. There's so much bottled up inside me. If I did happen to see someone, see, it's not just me. This is why I stumble sometimes, because there's typos and I'm like, this is what they meant, right? But yeah, it says if I did happen to see someone, a long conversation sounded pretty good. Oh, hey, we happened to see someone. Subaru. There he was, relaxing in the lobby. Are you drinking coffee?
ああ、黒子が入れてくれるというのでもらうことにした。どうだ、お前も。
Sure. He beckoned one of the piglets over and said something to it while I fidgeted and looked around nervously. In a few moments, it was back with a steaming cup. Huh?
どうかしたか?
This, isn't coffee.
ああ、実は俺がホットミルクにしてくれと言っておいたんだ。
Okay, but we're not a child. Why did you do that?
寝る前だからな。カフェインよりミルクがいいだろ。
But we wanted coffee. He was grinning. But you're drinking coffee. Are you gonna be okay?
俺はいいんだ。慣れているからな。
Because I'm an adult. Then I want to get used to it too. Oh, well, I mean that if I don't drink it, I'll never get used to it, and I kind of want to drink the same things you do. Oh man, what was that? I just started rambling. Well, they made me milk, so I'll drink milk for now.
ちょっと待て。
Huh? My milk is already halfway to my mouth, but Subaru is quick and nimble enough to pour part of his coffee deftly into my cup.
俺はコーヒーはブラックでしか飲まない。いきなり一緒というのは多分きつい。だからまずはミルクを混ぜて飲むといい。
But how full was her cup first?
コーヒーの量を多くしていい。
I mean, was it like a full cup of milk and he just
同じものを飲め。
dumped it in there? What? Oh, okay. Wait, is he saying? I lifted the cup to my lips and drank as quickly as I could in an attempt to hide the red on my cheeks. Oh gosh, he wasn't kidding. It's kind of bitter, which is why I don't like coffee. Even though it's still mostly milk, I could taste the strong flavor of the coffee. Subaru had been right. I wouldn't be drinking black coffee for a long time. Then someday, we'll drink the same coffee. Maybe by then, I'd be more cool? I watched him calmly sipping his half-empty cup, and then felt a little bit of sadness. But how full was your cup? I'm curious. Was it half empty? Was it half full? Or was it actually filled to the brim and there's just coffee water or coffee milk just all over your table now? Because that's how I imagine it. I imagine he was trying to be cool and it just overflowed and just spilled everywhere. And the piglets are like, because they can't really say anything, you know? I don't know where I'm going with this story. Still, it was nice to sit there with him. And for a little while, I forgot all about the game. We've got to kick butt tomorrow. If we screw up, my uncle could be in real trouble. And not just him, everybody. I sent off a quick text message to Uncle Keiji about how we were almost there. I'll save you, Uncle. I promise. With that, I laid down and closed my eyes. Well, apparently she can sleep just fine. Also, if you're gonna start drinking coffee, probably the day before your life may or may not end isn't the best time to start it. I mean, yeah, You'd be like, oh, well, at least I got to drink coffee, but at the same time, you might die because you're wired and you didn't sleep at all, and just bad things are gonna happen. Okay, anyways, this is the last time I'll see this room. It made me a little sad. I'd only been there a week, but it had been a stressful week. But I've gotten kind of attached. Thanks for everything. We're talking to a room. Oh, a piglet, okay. After a moment of surprise, the piglet responded with a series of gestures that seemed to mean, oh no, don't worry about it. I've gotten pretty good at understanding them, huh? Well, maybe. Really, I was just guessing at what they were probably saying, based on whatever I'd said. What a weird phone sound. My phone dinged, and I looked down to see I'd gotten a text from my uncle. Yeah! Okay, in the Japanese one, he's like, be sure to trust your friends, and no matter where you look, there's always a light somewhere. Oh, Keiji. He's always so good God he is. I smiled, and with renewed determination, sent off a quick reply. I'm gonna end this whole thing today. We're all gonna die. No, we're gonna do this right. Subaru was talking with the piglets in the lobby.
Ah, そうだな。よろしく頼む。
What? The piglet said something and moved out of the off out of the room. Morning. So, what was that about? Is everything all right?
俺たちがここで暮らすのも今日で最後だからな。
Did you pay your hotel fare?
聞いたところ、俺たちがこのホテルを出た後、彼らも一通り掃除をしてからここを出るらしい。
You got all of that out of gestures?
かなり完璧にサポートをこなしてくれていたが、彼らは別にホテルで勤めた経験があるわけではないそうだ。
Is that what you were asking about? It looked like you were having a real conversation.
毎日コミュニケーションを取っているうちに分かるようになったんだが、お前はそうでもないのか？もし忘れ物があれば広場まで届けてくれるそうだ。
If we're alive. Well, I guess Mayoshi isn't the only one who's figured out their weird sign language. I was thinking that I probably overestimated my own grasp of the piglet language when the rest of our team walked in, with Mai and Shirabe hand in hand.
みんな揃ったな。およ、今日で最後だ。覚悟はいいな。
He looked slowly across our assembled faces, meeting each person's gaze.
行きましょう。とっとと済ませちまおうぜ。
Yeah, let's do it.
ああ、終わらせよ
う。うん。すべての謎を解き明かし、ここから脱出するぞ。
Okay.
俺たちは生き残る。誰一人欠けることなくだ。行くぞ。
I hope you don't die in the bad ending. Nobody's died yet, which is pretty interesting. But, well, I guess if you take the Urabe route and the Wakasa weird ending, people have died. But, like, no, that Wakasa one was different, right? Because it was if you let him do the thing, then they all got killed. That wasn't the bad ending. I don't know. Anyways, with a cheer, we headed for the hotel exit. So we're gonna go to the Coliseum today, I'm sure. Just to be safe, we left Maya with the piglets at the restaurant and headed toward the main plaza. As soon as we arrived, he was waiting for us. Or at least, his voice was. Even if I managed to figure out what the piglets meant, the Count was still a mystery.
心にもないこと。
He frowned.
もしこのゲームをクリアできたら、モニター越しではなく、直接お前に合わせろ。
Yeah, you gotta put all your cards on the table for this one. Then, with a click, he was gone. Our bonds will be tested?
上等じゃねえか。
今さら何があっても私たちの絆は揺るぎはしません。
よし、対戦格闘アリーナに移動しよう。
Alright, so he did say let's go to the arena, so I'm pretty sure we know where we're going. We all nodded and made our way toward the final attraction. Yep, it's the Coliseum. Okay, so are we gonna fight each other then? Maybe? Because I know we fought the Pilgrims before, but maybe we have to
今
fight
日の
each
アトラク
other.
ションの元になったゲームだけど、
最後くらい俺に言わせてくれよ。
Mitarashi was practically jumping up and down with excitement. He'd spent the last several days cooped up, and now that he was out, he was bursting with energy.
どうぞ。
よし、任せとけ。今日のアトラクションはだな。円卓コロシアムナイツ4だ。
Miyoshi sighed.
元になったのはアーサー王伝説をモチーフにした対戦格闘ゲームで、アーサー王が死んだ後、灼熱の魔界と化したキャメロットを舞台に12人の円卓の騎士が聖剣エクスカリバーをめぐって戦いを繰り広げるって内容だ。チャクラって弱点をつくことで大技が出せる爽快感が受けて
Chakra
大
weak
ヒッ
points?
トしたんだぜ。
Huh.
まあ、教えたのは僕だけどね。
Miyoshi, let him have his moment.
どうでもいいだろ。
あー
そんなことだよ。
メオシ、確かお前さん、対戦格闘ゲームが得意だったな。頼んだぜ。
任せて。
He nodded, a bit more confident than usual.
このゲーム、僕が格闘神って呼ばれるきっかけになったゲームなんだ。
Alright then. What? Whoa. I guess he's got a good reason to feel confident then.
それは頼もしいな。頼りにしているぞ。
ああ、
Alrighty, but at the same time, fighting in a game and fighting in real life is a little bit different. As we reached the attraction, the sky got darker and the clouds began to gather.
あん渦巻くアトラクションだ。いかにもラストっぽいじゃねえか。
The building in front of us looked like an old broken down coliseum. A sword and scabbard made a huge X over the entrance. Is that Excalibur? I'd barely had time to think that when Count Hogstein's voice echoed across the courtyard. Several piglets appeared to guide us in. On the other side of the door was an indoor arena, decorated in a medieval European style. There's a sort of stage in the center of the room, surrounded by an amphitheater, style seats filled with piglets. Oh, it's really...
やれやれ。大入り満員だな。
とはいえ、こんなにいるのに誰も一言も喋らないから。
That's right.
なんかちょっと
They
不
can't
気味だね。
cheer. They're just like silently waving. Yeah. Even when they were just there to be an audience, apparently the piglets were still on duty.
さあ、円卓の騎士たちよ。聖剣の栄誉に群がる浅ましき者どもを打ち倒し、エクスカリバーの元を目指せ。
Whoa, look at the size of those guys. One of the three huge piglets that had just appeared climbed up onto the stage and strapped on gloves to shin guards.
どうも上がってこいと言っているようだな。
面白い。本物を殴れ合いってわけか。ここは俺の出番だな。
He cracked his knuckles, grinned, and leapt up onto the stage.
気をつけろ。おそらく、ただの殴り合いじゃないはずだ。
おうよ。
Just like the piglet had done, Mitarashi strapped on gloves and shin guards. I don't think he's really all healed yet. I hope he'll be okay. I realized I was holding my breath and forced myself to let it out.
相手の急所を見極め、チャクラをついて倒せ。
As soon as the announcer finished, a huge screen flickered to life. On it were the outlines of two human bodies. The piglet's silhouette had a star on its stomach, and Mitarashi's had one on his shoulder. On top of each screen had a bar for their health.
Fight!
Fight! They didn't even give us a chance to figure out the rules before the fight started.
行くぜほら
Mitarashi charged. His fist flew straight for the piglet's face. But it dodged lightly around his punch and reached out gently to tap one of Mitarashi's shoulders. Yep, I get how it works. Mitarashi! He screamed horribly and fell to his knees. His back arched in pain as far as it would go.
なんだ今のは
Down!
A full third fell off of Mitarashi's health bar.
くそなんだってんだ体中に電流が走りやがったしびれるぜこいつは
He shook his head and blinked hard, then climbed to his feet.
そうかチャクラだゲームと同じならあの星が互いの弱点になる
Yep. The star on Mitarashi's shoulder moved down to his stomach.
流星気をつけろ映像の星と同じ場所を攻撃されると電流が流れる仕組みになっているようだ
なるほどな
He threw another punch, but the piglet dodged that one too and lashed out with his foot. He caught the piglet's foot with his elbow and managed to avoid the main force of the blow, but the very tip of the foot brushed against his stomach. Come on, Mitarashi! You know how to fight! No! His whole body convulsed again as he collapsed to the floor. His health bar dropped again, down to a single third.
殴り合いじゃない星の触り合い腕っぷしよりもフットワークと反射神経の勝負だ
大体つかめたぜ
He's like, I got the gist of it now. He stood up again, but he was starting to look a little wobbly. The star had moved to his right breast.
ただ突っ込んでもダメだ頭を使え流星
Yeah, headbutt him! But Mitarashi didn't hear or didn't care, and leapt straight toward the piglet, his fist out. Oh no! Just as before, his opponent dodged easily and struck at his weak point. Mitarashi's health bar dropped again, almost to zero, but
待ってたぜ
forcing himself to ignore the pain of the electric shock, Mitarashi grabbed both of the piglet's arms. What? He slammed his head into the surprised piglet's face with a sickening crunch as it toppled to the ground unconscious. I knew it! Use your head!
KO!
肉を切らせて骨を断つってな
Yes! As far as we could tell, a KO had meant the piglet had lost, despite having a full health bar.
すごい星に関係なく強引に勝っちゃった
But does it, or does it mean that he was knocked out because he got hit 3 times?
まあある意味頭は使ったが
Yeah, I told you. Mitarashi's movements were a little shaky as he made his way down off the stage and back to us.
お疲れさん
気をつけろ多分ガキどもなら一発で伸びちまうほどヘビーだぜ
Mitarashi! But he'd already collapsed to the floor, unconscious. As I ran over to him, the second piglet appeared onto the stage. Who's gonna go next?
僕が行く
Meoshi?
前にも言ったけど反射神経には自信がある
Okay, yeah.
それにどう戦うべきかこのゲームに慣れてる僕にはわかる
いやしかしお前の反射神経どうこうじゃない
But he was a ninja, remember?
でも目押しさんって格闘神なんでしょ
He's
任
got
せ
it.
ちゃってもいいんじゃない
まあ確かになこの中で一番可能性があるのは目押しかもしれん
Subaru looked over at me, and I could see uncertainty in his eyes. What should I say? Oh god. I think Meoshi should do it. But at the same time, why is he concerned, you know? Okay, you know what? Last time I went with my gut, I would say that we have to trust Meoshi, but every time I go with my gut, it's the opposite with Shido. So I'm gonna say Subaru should do it. Maybe Subaru should do it.
おいおい、俺たちはチームだろ。
そうです。互いを信頼し力を合わせなければ、このゲームはクリアできない。
Well, dang it! Dang it! Why? Why do I make all the wrong choices? If it's with him, for some reason, I just suck. Okay, so we should have trusted him. We have to trust him.
確かに
I quit. I give up. I
そう
give
かも
up.
しれないな。
Apparently, I'm not meant to win over Shido, because everything I say is the opposite of what I need to. He sighed.
俺たちはチームだ。互いを信頼し、みんなの力を合わせて危
Yeah,
険を乗
yeah.
り越えるべきだ。
That's what I said first. He gave Meoshi's shoulder an almost fatherly squeeze.
頼む。お前に任せたい。
あ、
Meoshi climbed slowly up onto the stage. After he'd finished putting on his gloves and shin guards, another silhouette appeared on the screen. This time, the piglet's star was on his shoulder, and Meoshi's was on his left leg.
Quiet!
You can do it, Meoshi! The piglet started to move immediately, its feet dancing back and forth as it circled, but Meoshi just stood there. It lashed out with a powerful kick, but Meoshi dodged it easily, like he was just playing some sort of rhythm game.
出た忍者ステップ
Ninja Step. Apparently, he named that particular step after watching Meoshi dash down the corridor of hate on the first day. Oh, okay. The piglet's body language became more agitated, and it struck again and again, but Meoshi dodged every one with ease. Its frustration clearly mounting, the piglet's attack became more desperate, until it finally left itself open. Meoshi ducked in and tapped its shoulder. Nice. With a shudder, the piglet fell to the floor. Down! The health bar over the piglet's silhouette dropped by a third. It shook its head and moved to get up. But
悪いね。でもこれはスポーツじゃない。ダウン追撃は格闘ゲームの初歩だ。
he lunged in, and before the piglet could scramble out of the way, touched the leg the star had moved to.
KO!
Nice.
やった。
圧倒的だな。
Gosh, they don't call you Ares for nothing. He didn't respond, just got back into position as the final piglet climbed up onto the stage.
Quiet!
Whoa. Just as before, Meoshi's strikes and dodges were deft and well timed. But perhaps because his piglet had seen what had happened to his compatriot, Meoshi couldn't manage to land a hit. It was looking like a stalemate until I noticed something. Wait, is Meoshi kind of wavering?
スタミナ切れか。
早っ
It's like so fast. The piglet chose that moment to throw out an almost lazy kick at Meoshi's stomach.
Down!
Really? Meoshi bent over his stomach, and the piglet wasted no time in reaching for the star on his shoulder. Meoshi! He dived to the side and rolled out of the way of the attack, and right off the stage.
Ring out!
Oh, does it ring out?
くそ
That sucks. He slammed his fist into the floor.
よくやった。お前のおかげで攻略法が分かった。あとは俺に任せろ。
So we didn't get a heart by letting Meoshi try first, but at the same time, I feel like that's what we were supposed to do. He balled his hands into his fists and glared at the piglets as he stepped up onto the stage. You can do it.
Quiet!
Fight! With a grunt, Subaru settled into a fighting stance. His opponent stepped in for an attack, but Subaru slid to the side and the piglet's fist flew past harmlessly. With minimal movement, he expertly avoided the next attack, and the next.
あの体さばき剣道か。
Oh, really? He tapped his forehead.
警察官になるには 警察学校で剣道か柔道を学ぶ必要があるからな。スバルのやつも剣道の段位持ちってわけだ。
Oh. There wasn't anything unnecessary in his movements. He didn't just have training. He was good. He lunged skillfully forward, threw the piglet's guard, and delivered a hard chop to its neck. The piglet stumbled back as the sound of electricity crackled through the air.
今返す手で星をついた。
さっきの戦いを見ていて気づいたことがある。
What's that?
星を狙うあまり動きが単調なんだ。狙われる場所があらかじめ分かっていれば避けることは造作もない。
The piglet crumbled to the floor.
KO!
One hit KO.
首への強烈な一撃と電流であっという間に KO ですか。
Subaru sighed and wiped the sweat from his forehead. We did it!
格闘コロシアムクリア。
The voice of the announcer echoed through the amphitheater. That was great! Mitarashi had recovered enough to throw Subaru a thumbs up.
ひとまず流星とコウタの回復を待って次に行こう。
Everyone agreed, but as we sat down, the announcer began to speak again.
二手に分かれ政権を目指して進め。
Oh god.
そのもの命を共にする盟友とならん。
Two doors at the back of the room opened. The implication was clear.
恒例のチーム分けか。別々の仕掛けや罠があってどこかでまた合流するんだろう。で、どう分かれる？
We need brawn and brains.
さき一緒に行こ
Okay. Okay. As I nodded, he reached out and took a hold of my hand.
なんか怪しくない？
No, I'm just an innocent high school student. What are you talking about, Wakasa?
なんで手とか繋いでんの？
It's, we both let go, extremely embarrassed, but it was too late. All eyes were on us.
お前らいつの間に隅に置けんな。警部ほどの。
う。いやだからこれはその。
Wait, does this mean they all think we're together? I felt my heart flutter as I watched him try and explain what was going on. I mean, he never said anything about... Oh, gosh, but he didn't say no either. No, what am I thinking? This is no time to be worrying about whether he's my boyfriend or not. I squeezed my eyes shut and shook my head to clear it, but I must have been daydreaming longer than I thought, because the groups had been decided. Subaru and Shirabe would go with me, and Mitarashi, Wakasa, Meoshi, and Urabe would be the other team. Good God!
よし、合流地点で会おう。おうよ。
I mean, I guess it has to be 3 and 4 because there's 7 of them. We split up and headed to our respective doors. Once through, we found ourselves in a pitch black hallway.
参ったな。右も左も分かりやしない。
壁に手をつきながら進むぞ。
Right. Oh. I felt Subaru's warm hand wrap around mine.
大丈夫か？
His voice was quiet and close. I could almost feel his breath on my ear. I should say something. I don't know. Whatever I pick, it's going to be the wrong one, because I suck at life. I'm not a very good, female character, am I? As long as I'm with you. Yeah, as long as I'm with you.
ああ、俺もお前がいれば平気だ。お前を守りたいと思うこの気持ちが俺をより冷静にしてくれる。
Okay. Whew, I made the right choice. I felt his grip on my hand tighten. After a few more turns, we saw a dim light somewhere ahead.
あれが次の舞台か。
おそらくそうだろう。行こう。
Oh, we've seen this place before. In front of us was a dimly lit stage with a large screen stretching across the middle. It's kind of creepy in here. There's another set of gloves and shin guards up on the stage. Were we gonna have to fight again?
さあ、円卓の騎士たちよ。王者の証たるエクスカリバーをかけて覇権を争うのだ。
どうやらさっきと仕組みは同じようだが、
敵がいないな。
Maybe they're hiding out there in the darkness.
まあいい。今回は俺が行こう。
いや、俺が行く。
Oh, you two. He held out a hand to stop Shirabe.
さっきの戦いで大体の感覚はつかめた。だが、もし俺が負けたその時には、あなたに全てを託したい。
互いを信頼した上で可能性が高い方を選択するか。お前さんらしいな。よし、気をつけろよ。
Be careful. As they stepped up onto the stage, the screen flickered to life, displaying an image of a piglet. In front of the piglet, though, was an image of Subaru's back. So I guess you'll be fighting through this monitor instead of in person this time.
センサーか何かで画面の中と連動しているようだな。
Weird? Subaru settled into his fighting stance again. The whole game is different. It doesn't have a health bar or the stars.
新しく600ってタイマーが表示されてる。さっきの戦いとは少し違うようだな。
The battle had begun, but the piglet didn't seem to be moving.
なんだ？敵が動かない。
Yeah, that's weird. The timer's counting down. Subaru tried another chop at the opponent's neck, but the piglet dodged it easily. He pressed forward with his attack, but the figure on the screen avoided each strike easily, with easy rhythmic steps. Then suddenly, it attacked. What? Subaru!
Down.
What just happened?
おいおい、もしかして今回は触れればそれが全て電流攻撃になるのか？こりゃ下手すると死んじまうぞ。
Yeah. No. The piglet wasn't waiting for Subaru to get up and lashed out with another attack. He dodged and then countered with an attack of his own. Got him.
Down.
Down. The piglet's head snapped back and it fell to the floor. Wait, don't you feel like something's off here?
違和感？
Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on it, but something's wrong. I know it. What's happening? In the time it took me to say that, both Subaru and the piglet hit each other again. Subaru, what am I missing? There's something going on here. They're fighting over that screen. The health gauge is gone, and there's something about the way that piglet moves. It's there. I've almost got it. Oh, is it time to think? Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna redeem myself after last time. I need to figure this out. It's fighting over screen. There's no health bar, but the last one, there were 3 hits that were enough to take out Mitarashi. The weirdest thing is that it's rhythmic and that doesn't seem like a piglet. Okay. Oh! Meoji had kind of a rhythmic thing to this fight earlier. I wonder how the other team is doing. Ninja step. I wonder if we can get the other piglet to do a ninja step. Oh, I bet you were fighting the other team. That's what it is. Okay, it's gotta be one of these. I think it's other team or doesn't seem like a piglet. It was ninja step? I just picked that as a third option. That's it. The way he moves. It's the ninja step. Gotcha.
なんだって？まさか。
Subaru, stop! I think that's Meoshi.
なんだと？
He spun around, surprised. Hogstein's voice boomed out across the room, and the piglet on the screen suddenly changed into Meoshi. Wow. Sneaky. It wasn't just Meoshi. I could see the entire other team on the other side of the monitor.
ワルドム、これはどういうことだ。
くそ、俺たち同士で戦わせる気か。
This must be what he meant by testing our bonds. I bit my lip.
くそ、絆を試すどころか踏みにじるような、いかにも奴らしいやり口だ。
Yep, it's definitely his style though.
そもそも勝者ってのはどうやって決めるんだ？体力ゲージが表示されてないが。あれ、言いませんでしたっけ？生き残ったチームが先に進めるって。気づいてます？攻撃がヒットするごとに少しずつ電圧を上げている。
Oh, wow. That's not cool.
バカな、どちらかが死ぬまでだと。
That's horrible. Everyone was silent. If we fought, someone would die. If we didn't fight, then the time would run out and it'd be game over. We've only got 200 seconds left. There was nothing we could do. Subaru had been staring down at the floor since Hoxing's revelation, but now, suddenly, he looked up and met my gaze.
サキ、俺を信じろ。
What?
調べさん、こっちへ来てくれないか。
He leaned over and whispered something into the other man's ear. What are they talking about?
なんだって？
I could hear disbelief in his voice, but also a little bit of fear? We got some crazy plan going, don't we? Shirabe let out a long sigh and nodded.
Koda.
He turned back to the screen and drew himself up.
お前ならきっとこの後もクリアできるだろう。俺を倒して進め。
Oh my gosh, is he crazy? He held out his arms, leaving himself completely open. A chorus of voices from the other side of the screen agreed with him. Oh God. Subaru, you can't do this. I know he told me to trust him, but I don't see how he can possibly get out of this alive.
やるんだコータ。もうあと1分もない。このままでは全員死ぬ。俺を信じるんだ。
Oh, Kota.
コータ、俺たちはチームだ。そうだ。
Miyoshi nodded.
互いを信頼し、力を合わせて危機を乗り越える。大丈夫。
What's his plan?
俺を信じろ。
There's only 20 seconds left. Wow. Subaru! His body twitched once, horribly, and then collapsed onto the floor in a limp heap.
暗闇コロシアムクリア。
No! I ran toward him and dropped to my knees.
ちょっとだけ。
What? Before waiting for me to comply, Shirabe shoved me aside and tore off Subaru's gloves.
おい、こいつの服を脱がせろ。
Why? Okay. I had no idea what was going on, but Shirabe seemed to have a plan.
サキ、俺を信じろ。
I heard his words echo in my head over and over. I do trust him. We just finished removing Subaru's shirt when Hogsing finally noticed we were up to something.
よし。
He yanked the electrode from one of the gloves he'd pulled off and placed it against Subaru's chest.
おい、メオシ。俺が合図したら1、2の3でパンチを打て。
They're gonna shock him back. Oh my god! He looked up at Shirabe, confused.
こいつを助けるぞ。
Oh my god!
行くぞ。1、2の3。
Clear! Just as ordered, he punched the air. Subaru's body twitched. Shirabe pressed his ear to the unconscious man's chest.
もう一度だ。1、2の3。
Clear! Please, Subaru, come back! I squeezed my eyes shut, but...
くそ。ダメなのか。
No! Come on, we gotta be able to save him.
誓うよ。俺は死なない。必ずお前と一緒に生き残る。だから何があっても
Don't hit me in the feels right now. Don't do
俺を
this.
信じてついて
He can't die. Not with this epic music, at least. You said you wouldn't die. And there goes the epic music. I opened my eyes and looked at him. He was right. There wasn't any other way, but the chances of his plan actually working out are almost zero. But he still did it to save the rest of us. He just threw his life away for us. Should we get mad? I feel like I'm supposed to get mad, and maybe I can, like, shock him with that. Actually, that'd be really funny. Like, I know I'm supposed to trust him, but this is different. Clear. It took me a moment to realize the screaming voice I heard was my own.
すまない。
Subaru! Are you serious? We yelled at him back to life. Oh, I love this game so much. They've used her shouting for so many different things. Like, you'd think it was just a little gimmick, but no. They've actually found a ton of different uses for it. His eyes fluttered open. Are you okay? I grabbed his hand and he gave me a weak smile. What is this game even? Oh, whoa, avert your eyes, ladies and
そう
gentlemen.
簡単には死なないよ。お前と約束したからな。
Yeah, you did. That's right. You can't die. Apparently, Shido's route has all the fan service, whether it's guys in costumes or shirtless dudes. You're pretty much good. Relieved cheers filled the air from both sides of the screen. Oh man, thank goodness. When it had looked like he was really going to die, my heart felt like it was about to crack in half. Bleh. Oh, there's just so many emotions running through right now. Okay, I guess I just like him a lot. Like, a lot. I squeezed his hand tighter. There's nothing I could think of to say.
おい、ファルドブ。確かルールでは生き残ったチームが先に進めるだったな。クリアアナウンスはもう聞いた。そして目押しもスバルも生き残ってる。俺たちは全員で進むぜ。文句はなかろう。
With a click, his incoherent, angry ranting disappeared.
だいぶ危ない橋を渡ったが、結果オーライだな。
迷惑をかけてすまなかった。
スバルさんが生きていてくれれば、僕はそれでいい。
まったく、無茶しやがって。
Like Mitarashi wouldn't do it. He would 100% do the same thing.
正直、生きた心地がしませんでしたよ。
本当によかった。
Don't cry, Wakasa. Subaru started to stand up, and I rushed to help him.
行こう。次で本当に最後だ。
We have to take out Excalibur, which we know how to do now. with the clicks and the clock and all that stuff. After leaving the Colosseum of Darkness, we found ourselves in a room dominated by a stone with a sword buried in it. Behind the stone was a throne. So, that's Excalibur?
おそらくそうだろう。
At that moment, Meoshida's group came in through another door.
よう、さっきはやってくれたじゃねえか。
体はもう大丈夫なのですか？
ああ、少しの間気を失っていたおかげで休憩ができた。
You kinda died, actually. Are you serious? We all laughed and grinned, happy to be together.
ようこそ聖剣の前へ。選ばれし騎士よ、今こそ聖剣を抜け、王の座を手にするのだ。
どうやらここが最後の部屋のようだな。
ああ、今こそ聖剣を抜けか。とりあえず聖剣を調べてみようや。
We headed up to the stone and the sword. Up close, it was big, really big. Can we really get that thing out of there?
どうも。
Okay,
この
yeah.
岩に何か仕掛けが
Got
ある
it.
のだ。
おい、ちょっと待ってくれ。
As we began examining, Mitadashi had just gone ahead and grabbed the sword. Did you find something?
この剣、重くてびくともしねえかと思ったが、動くみたいだぜ。
Yeah, you're right. It did look heavy, but when Mitadashi put all his weight against the hilt, it moved a tiny bit.
まあ、みんなで引っ張れや持ち上げられるんじゃないのか。
そんな簡単にいくかな。
まあ試してみてもそうはない。
They didn't do this last time. They thought it was cheating.
よし、みんなで抱えるぞ。
We all arranged ourselves around the stone, grabbed the sword, and pulled. Whoa, it's heavy.
ああ、だがなんとか抜き取れそうな。
After a minute or so of grunting and straining, we managed to lift the sword out of the stone and drop it onto the floor. Oh.
成
Okay.
功の玉座、クリア。
So I guess you had to have everybody there to work as a team, whereas if one of us died, we wouldn't have had the energy to do that? Maybe? What? Seriously?
一体何だったんでしょう、この仕掛けは。
まさかとは思うが、ワルドブーの想定では、ここにたどり着くのは
Yeah.
多くても4人だったはずだ。7人の力で剣を抜きにかかるなんて想像もしていなかったのかもしれないな。
何それ、最後の最後でこれってワルドブーって相当抜けてるね。
They're like, really? This is what he planned for the big finale? Like, he should have done a lot better.
まったく
Yeah.
拍子抜けだ。
まあ楽でよかったけどね。
なんかしまんねえな。
We were all grinning.
ゲームステージ7を完全クリア。
Oh, that's
魔王に
right.
変する権利を入手しました。
And just like that, we were done with 7 days of deadly games.
さあ、あとはボスを追い詰めるだけだ。
Let's go. We made our way toward the door that shone with a brilliant light. Really? You're gonna congratulate us? As soon as we found ourselves outside of the attraction, Hogstein began to speak. I could hear restrained anger in his voice. And he's gone. Then he hung up. Of course, he's pissed. Oh, alright, so what's gonna happen now? We get to go inside that amazingly beautiful tower, huh? We stood at the foot of the castle Hogstein and gazed up at the towers that seemed to scrape the sky.
いよいよ親玉との一騎打ちだぜ。
ああ
Mitadashi's excitement was infectious, and our steps sped up as we headed toward the entrance. The door swung open with a heavy creak.
油断するな。何が待ち受けているのかわからない。
Right. Slowly, carefully, we stepped inside. We'd been in the castle once before, on the first day, but it felt so long ago. The cage, it's gone. All the hostages, including my uncle, had been in a huge cage in the middle of the room. Where had it gone? He looked dejected.
人質はどこだ？
Really? What?
そんなにあっさり？
Sure enough, in the distance, I could hear the faint sound of police sirens. Had they already heard the hostages had been released?
とりあえずてめえを一発ぶん殴れ。
Sounds like a good first step. He charged toward Hogstein and we followed. But
なんだこりゃ。
what?
透明の壁
Ah, plexiglass wall or something. We'd slammed into a wall of glass that surrounded the pig's throne.
くそ、手だけやがれ。
He slammed his fist into the glass, but it didn't even shake. Wait! He leapt up from the throne, spun in place, and then disappeared through the curtains behind it.
どけ流星。
Is he gonna shoot it? Yep! Subada pulled his gun and took aim at the glass. 3 shots rang out, and cracks spiderwebbed across the surface.
こっからは俺の出番だぜ。
Ah! I love when everybody works together. He slammed bodily into the glass and it shattered, dropping Mitadashi to the floor. Are you okay?
俺のことはいい。あいつを追え。わかった。先に行くぞ。
We leapt over the glass and took off after Hogstein. Whipping through the curtains, we found ourselves in front of an elevator. It only opened on this floor, and at the very top of the castle. Currently, it was on the top floor. We hit the call button.
くそ、早く降りてこい。
しかしワルドブはなぜ屋上に向かったんでしょう。逃げ場がなくなるだけのような。
Yeah.
待たせだな。
Did you get hurt?
おいよ。ちょっとばかし傷に応えたが、あいつをとっ捕まえないことには夢に出てきそうだからな。
The elevator finally arrived, and we all piled into it. No weight limit for 7 people? I guess 7's not that bad. Count Hogstein! He spun around panicked, and his hand was a gun.
抵抗はやめろ。
Hogstein's only response was to point the gun at me. What?
よせ！
Oh. As he cried out, I heard a gunshot. With nowhere to run, I just stood there, frozen. It felt like time slowed down. Is this it? Am I going to die? A whole different sort of fear washed over me. Not the fear of dying, although that was there. This was the horrible, gut-twisting fear of losing someone I cared about. This was the end. Huh? I thought it would hurt. Was I in shock? But Mailshi! What? He'd pulled me aside at the last minute. I twisted my head around. In the wall right behind where I'd been standing was a neat bullet hole.
てめえ！
Mailshi! Wow! He roared and leapt at Hogstein, driving his fist into the pig's stomach and throwing him to the ground. Hogstein didn't move. I could hear the sound of helicopters approaching, and the police sirens were getting louder as policemen and reporters rushed into the park.
ようやくのお出ましか。
It's over.
サキ
Subaru! He looked at me for a long moment, then turned away.
俺は動けなかった。
This should be the bad ending. Like, I went ahead and tweaked the affection gauge before I started this episode, so it should be bad, and then we'll get the good one after this. So don't worry about that since I didn't transition over in between. Stage 7, I already took care of it. What? Everyone else was smiling and congratulating one another, but Subaru just walked away. What did he mean? I felt sad. It was over and we'd won, but for some reason, I couldn't bring myself to feel happy. Oh, poor Subaru. Morning already? I blinked my eyes open and stretched my arms up as far as I could. It's been 3 months, but sometimes I still think that I'm in that hotel room when I wake up. Which made a certain sort of sense. After all, it had been an intense week. Of course it would have left a lasting impression. Still, it had been 3 months. Once the story broke, it had swept across the country, but for the most part, we'd been left alone. I heard Subaru did something to get them off our collective backs. Even after we'd gotten out of the park, he hadn't stopped looking out for us. Because of him, we'd been able to go back to our lives without being harassed. Unfortunately, my uncle and the rest of the hostages hadn't been so lucky, and I heard there were still TV vans parked outside of his house. Wakasa's gone back to his career, and I hear Mayoshi's picked up a part-time job. Urabe's turned himself in. Mitarashi's back at work, although I heard he's really getting into video games lately. Shirabe's, well, he's still running down leads. In the end, the whole thing had remained a mystery. I mean, I never guessed that the person in Hogstein's costume was just a piglet. Unfortunately, that piglet had been ignorant of what was really going on as we were, and the real Hogstein had escaped. Why did he do all of that to us? Who was he? It seemed like he must have been connected to the bus crash in some way, but how we'd never been able to determine. Later, Shirabe had told us that the piglets all turned out to be normal people. They had been hypnotized or something, and didn't remember anything about what had happened. I wonder how Subaru's doing. After that final day at the park, I hadn't heard from him again. Of course not.
すまない。俺は
Oh,
お
Shido.
前との約束を守れなかった。
What?
お前に銃口が向けられたあの時、俺は動くことができなかったんだ。
Well, I don't blame you. Anybody could have frozen up in a situation like that.
それでも、コウタは動けた。俺は
Oh,
お前のそばにいる資格が。
my heart. Oh gosh, I still get all misty when I just think about it. I think he felt he failed me and failed himself, and being around me just reminded him of that failure. I still care for him, but I respect how he feels. I don't want to hurt him any more than he is already. Nonetheless, even if I knew what the right thing was, actually doing it was much harder. I need to cheer up. The Gameatorium was finally being reopened, and I made plans to go with Mitarashi, Wakasa, and Mayoshi. I think they're all worried about me. That wasn't fair to them though, and I knew it. I wiped away my tears and shook my head. I was going to go back to the park, have a good time, and forget about all the things that were making me sad. Someday, all of this will be just a memory. I finished getting ready and headed out. Aww. Is that it? Is that the end? That's the end. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the best ending for Shido, and then we will be done with the main cast of characters. Alrighty, you guys ready to see what Shidoba's gonna do since Mayoshi can't be the winning person in Shido's route? Yeah, I think we're ready. Let's see what happens. Hogstein's only response was to point the gun at me. What?
よせ
Oh, he's gonna jump in front. As he cried out, I heard a gunshot. With nowhere to run, I just stood there, frozen. It felt like time slowed down. Is this it? Am I going to die? A whole different sort of fear washed over me. Not the fear of dying, although that was there. This was the horrible, gut-twisting fear of losing someone I cared about. This was the end. Huh. I thought it would hurt. Was I in shock? I opened my eyes. Hey, Shido! What's up? Shido's gun was pointed at Hogstein, and as I watched, the wind tugged a wisp of smoke from the end of it. Hogstein's gun was lying on the room, and I could see a trickle of blood coming from the hand that had been holding it. He shot Hogstein! Did Subaru save me? Suddenly, my legs gave out and I collapsed. But it's gonna be a piglet, right? He roared and leapt at Hogstein, driving his fist into the pig's stomach and throwing him to the ground. As he spoke, Subaru slapped handcuffs around Hogstein's wrists. I could hear the sound of helicopters approaching, and the police sirens were getting louder as policemen and reporters rushed into the park. Yeah, seriously. Hogstein finally stopped struggling and slumped down, defeated. It's over.
Saki!
Aw, Subaru! Before I knew what was happening, he'd thrown his arms around me. Aw, he's so sweet. Me too. But, you...
おいおい、ラブシーンは家に帰ってからにしてほしいもんだ。
本当ですよ。焼いてほしいんですか？
Well then.
なんか面白くないな。
よかった。
でもまあ、よかったじゃん。
Yeah. We all looked at one another and smiled. At long last, it was all over. It's not though, because Hogstein's not in the suit. I don't think so, at least. I wouldn't believe so. Morning already? I blinked my eyes open and stretched my arms up as far as I could. It's been 3 months, but sometimes I still think that I'm in that hotel room when I wake up. Which made a certain sort of sense. After all, it had been an intense week. Of course it would have left a lasting impression. Still, it had been 3 months. Once the story broke, it had swept across the country. But for the most part, we'd been left alone. I know this is all recapping, but it's gonna be a different arc, so I can't fast forward it. Well, they left us alone after Subaru talked to them. Even after we gotten out of the park, he hadn't stopped looking out for us. Because of him, we'd been able to go back to our lives without being harassed. Unfortunately, my uncle and the rest of the hostages hadn't been so lucky, and I heard there were still TV vans parked outside of his house. Wakasa's gone back to his career, and I heard Miyoshi picked up a part-time job. Udabes turned himself in. Mitarashi's back at work, although I heard he's been really getting into video games lately. Shirabe, well, he's still running down leads. In the end, the whole thing had remained a mystery. I mean, I never guessed that the person in Hogstein's costume was just a piglet. Unfortunately, that piglet had been as ignorant of what was really going on as we were, and the real Hogstein had escaped. Why did he do all of that to us? Who was he? It seemed like he must have been connected to the bus crash in some way, but how, we'd never been able to determine. Later, Subaru had told us that the piglets all turned out to be just normal people. They had been hypnotized or something, and didn't remember anything about what had happened. Oh geez, look at the time! I need to hurry! I rushed through my morning routine and dashed out of the house. He'll get all grumpy if I'm late, and besides, I want to see him. Okay.
まさかお前と一緒にもう一度ここに来るなんてな。
It's where our first date took place. Yeah, it's pretty amazing they got the park back up and running at all.
お前のおじさんがだいぶ尽力したそうじゃないか。こんなに早くランドを再開できるなんて
Our uncle is
大変だった
amazing.
ろうな。
Seriously, I'm pretty sure if anybody went up to him and like, sir, we can't do it, he's like, don't worry, turn that frown upside down. We can make this happen. We've overcome it once and we've overcome much worse. And everybody's like, oh, okay, I guess we should go back now. I think that's what's gonna happen, or what happened. It's not all open though. They don't know when they're gonna finish rebuilding the hospital and the Ferris wheel. We held hands as we walked through the park. 3 months ago, I'd never have guessed I'd be back. And with him. It wasn't all bad though. I got to meet Subaru. After we gotten out of the park and back to our lives, we started dating.
おっと悪い。ちょっといいか。
What, Shido? Sure.
俺だ。
Even off duty, his phone was always going off. Although, as a police detective, in a way he was never really off duty. Oh, he's using the Kanedebo phone strap I gave him. That's on his phone? I giggled to myself when I noticed it. It is kind of adorable to imagine him with that. He made such a big deal when I gave it to him, about how it was silly and he didn't want to put it on his phone, but it made me feel warm inside to see it with him.
確かに非番だが、今忙しいんだ。じゃあな。
Well then, he flipped his phone shut and stuffed it into his pocket.
さあ、行こうか。
Are you sure? What about that phone call?
ああ。いや、なんてことない。今のは仕事ではなく、流星のやつだ。
Okay, what did he want? What? Really?
やつはホストだからな。昼間は暇らしくて、しょっちゅう電話してくる。
He's like, I'm bored. Let's hang out. Oh, well, if he's not doing anything.
まさか、呼ぼうとでも言うのか？
Maybe no? Why would that be bad? Grumpy. You're always such a little grumpy. He frowned.
ダメだ。
What? Why?
ええじゃない。ええじゃん。俺はな、こう見えても案外。
Just what?
独占欲が強いんだぞ。
Oh, really? The jealous type. Which is fine. I mean, that's not a bad thing, but when it's a police officer with a gun, maybe a little bit more threatening. He wove his fingers through mine. Oh, he didn't pet your round head? Okay. Aw, look how cute they are together.
俺はできるだけお前との時間を大事にしたい。二人きりでな。
Yeah. I squeezed his hand back.
さき、
Yeah?
好きだ。
Whoa! Right in your ear. Oh, you sly little devil. It was just a whisper in my ear, but his words made me gasp. He grinned. I love you too.
ああ。今日は二人で目いっぱい楽しもう。
Heck yeah. Me too. As we walked off together underneath a brilliant blue sky, it felt like we could go anywhere. Just the two of us. Ride all the rides. It'll be awesome. Okay, so there we go. We did it. We finally finished Shido's route. Good God. I can't believe I played this game 7 times technically. Or no, 6 times. Yeah, 6 times, because Saki's the 7th person. We're about to go with number 7. But man, it's insane. We've got one more character that we need to win over, which is like the secret character. So I have no idea how things are gonna go. We may be able to get it all done in one episode, because I don't know if like the stages are gonna be the same or if he's gonna be participating with us. I have no idea. But okay, so while the credits are rolling, let me put my 2 cents in here, because we've dated essentially the main male cast. Now, obviously, the person who's gonna be the secret character may be even more amazing and wonderful than we've ever imagined, but I still think my favorite was Meoshi. I know. I'm like a sucker for the first person I fell for, apparently. But like, even in this arc, Meoshi saved Saki. Like, when Shido was unable to move, he took action. And that was really interesting to me to see him do that. You know, nobody else reacted. He's the one who did it. And he can still hold his own. But of course, he's like the little closet gamer who, you know, is super shy and introverted or whatever. But I don't know. I did like Meoshi. I liked Mitarashi a lot more than I thought I was gonna. And Shido was very interesting. I mean, they were all really good, to be honest with you. It would be really hard to rank them 100%. But I would like to know what your guys' favorite route has been, or if there were any surprises regarding who you thought you were gonna like, or somebody you thought you weren't gonna like and you ended up liking them instead, like Urabe or Wakasa. Both of those were kind of secret little wild cards, I think. But yeah, anyways, you know, Shidabe was interesting, Shido was cool. It was fun. It was really, really fun. So, We may be able to get a couple more episodes out of this before we have to put the Sweet Fuse game to a close, which is really sad. But we've still got one other character, and I think that character is going to be the one who's going to uncover everything. We're going to be able to find out exactly what's going on, who this person is, why they set up this crazy game, and what exactly their motivations were. But we'll start that one in the next episode. So for now, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys on the next MAMJ. That's fun. We after the bear suit and headed into the fitting room. Whew! There's no thud this time. We all looked at one another, then headed into the other fitting rooms. After a few minutes, we were all back. Oh, that's so cute! Oh my gosh, they all look so adorable. I had a feeling that it wouldn't be a welcome compliment though, so I kept it to myself. Oh, they're adorable. You still need to put yours on. Everyone else has.